Hi, it's Luke here from Proactive, the simple, user-friendly risk and safety management solution for sports, leisure, and education. And in this how-to video, we're going to look at submitting a report specifically about an incident, and most likely in this case, an injury. Hopefully you've had a look around and you're familiarized yourself with your dashboard, although we will do a separate video on managing your dashboard. But you will see at the top of the web-based version, or if you're on mobile, you'll be able to click down the menu and see Submit Report. In previous videos, we've looked at pre-session check and hazards, and here we're going to look at an incident. So you've filled in a pre-session check, you've checked for any hazards, you're at a game, you've got your phone, you're a coach, and there's been an incident. In this case, somebody's hurt themselves as a player. You're going to firstly create or associate with a specific group. Again, it's got the date pre-filled in, it's got the time pre-filled in, and we're going to put in the venue, and then we're going to put in the activity, which was training, and the type of incident. So here we go. Here are the types of incident. As I said, most likely to be an injury or an accident. There might be an emergency, might be a near miss, some sort of accident that nearly occurred, some sort of a violent aggression. So this also can be used if we're reporting other teams or your players and supporters. Worth noting. But let's go through an injury. Most likely report. Well, first we're going to put in their name. And in this case, they've already been put in before. But if not, you're going to put in the date of birth of the individual. We know what group they were associated with because that was done at the beginning, i.e. watch team. And then you're going to put what happened to them. So we're going to put their left leg. In this case, which area of their left leg. We can be specific. So we're going to put ankle. We're going to put slightly twisted ankle and had to rest for the remainder of session. Okay, we're then going to click next or add another injury. Hopefully it's just the one. You could add other injuries. And just to note, that's other injuries to the same individual. If it was another individual that was injured in the same instant, they would need a separate incident report. Where did it occur? It occurred on the pitch during training. What happened? Player rolled ankle while being tackled. Cause of the accident? Tackle. First aid given. Yes, they were given an ice pack. Who administered that? I did. In this fictitious incident, ice pack applied. There were witnesses. We can put in individuals, whether it be coaches or parents. And then was additional medical assistance called for? No. Actions taken to prevent further incidents or risks. Well, in this case, it was just an accident playing rugby and tackling, so we could look at revisiting tackle technique, although accidents happen, sometimes you can't predict. Was guardian informed? Yes. When was guardian informed? Pitch side. And there we have a incident report or an incident summary. You can check through that. You could go back and edit it if you needed to, and then you would click next. Again, this is worth noting. There are a few events that need to be reported to the RFU. As a safeguarding officer, you will know what these are, but they are any event where an individual has ended up in hospital or, unfortunately, if a death has occurred. We won't go through that in this video, but the beauty of Proactive is it is linked to the RFU. And so were it to be a reportable event and you were to click yes to this button, it would ask you a series of additional questions, which would then be reported directly to the RFU, which would obviously make the process more streamlined, safer and more secure, and it would also get there quicker, which is important. But this is just a normal incident, not a reportable incident. So we're happy with what we've done. We have signed it. There are no further actions required. administered first aid, the parents have been told, and we're going to submit the incident. And as you've seen before in these videos, when you come back to the dashboard, you're going to see that, look, there's a new incident that's occurred here. And if we click that, it'll drop us down here. So here we are, today's incident, 29th September, the incident we just reported. And you can click into that incident. Now, as before, you can add information to that incident if required. You can also, at a later date, it might be the case that, unfortunately, someone had to go to hospital later or passed away, and then you'd have to create it as a reportable injury event, but that can be done again at a later date, which is very useful. You can also, again, which is super useful, download the PDF. So if you were to click download, it would create the PDF. You could then download that, and you could WhatsApp or email that to people, thinking always about safeguarding and who should be sending it to. But you can, in fact, send that as a PDF in an email or WhatsApp to the parents or maybe the school if they needed that extra information. So there it is. That's how to create an incident, the different types of incidents, which will most likely be an injury, and how you can then escalate them to a reportable event if required, either at the time of the event or afterwards. And you'll see also that then it's updating our dashboard as we go through these demos, which is very useful for people at the club level, at the company admin level, to be able to keep track of instances across the club and also within groups for those group admins and coaches. Hope this has helped, but as ever, if you need us, we're on hello@proactivereporting.com.